Before we talk draft,
Right.
how about the Oakland Raiders quarterback situation going on right now?
Yeah.
And I immediately think of you because we all have opinions on the fact that the Raiders leaders are going out to fly to see Kyler Murray,
Yes.
to see Dwayne Haskins,
Right.
taking that level of interest to whatever it means in a month or so. We see that if you're with us on YouTube, a tweet there. They are there with Kyler Murray. They also spent time with Dwayne Haskins in the same way.
Yes.
We all have opinions about this, but
Yeah.
you have played quarterback for Jon Gruden.
I've been there.
You can add a layer to it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Derek Carr has opinions as well. He has tweeted out, this right here is very interesting. And again, if you can't see it, if you're with us only in the podcast, he's in his full uniform and he's pointing to his eyes like, I see you, I know what you're doing.
Right, like Robert De Niro looking at
exactly.
like looking at Gaylord M. Fucker saying, I see you, fucker, I see you.
Right.
So that's exactly what he's doing.
What would you say to Derek Carr?
Yeah, okay, so this is what I would say to Derek Carr. You know, the big thing is, hey, Jon Gruden, you're going to learn a lot of football from him. He's got unbelievable passion. I learned a ton of ball under him myself. But at the same time, he demands and expects a lot out of the quarterback position. He always used to use the phrase with me, hey, you know, if I give you the keys to the Ferrari, I don't want any scratches on it. And that's how he looks at his offense. It's his little Ferrari that, you know, he polishes in the garage every day after it gets done. He wants it to work and be orchestrated like some beautiful machine. So he puts the pressure on the quarterback to do that. Now, within doing that, you have to have thick skin. And unless you're the MVP of football at the quarterback position, he's just the type of guy that is always going to be looking at the quarterbacks. If he can improve the position, is there anybody out there that I'm missing? He is very hard to satisfy that way. My advice to be with Derek Carr is this. Stop paying attention or reacting to this crap.
But how could you not? You are the starting quarterback.
I get that.
They have reinvested in you.
Sure.
With millions of dollars, paid you like you're the franchise quarterback.
Right. So there you said it. They've paid him like he's the franchise quarterback. Just have confidence in that for right now. You're not going to be able to get involved in Jon Gruden's brain and re-talk him out
Wouldn't you be a little bothered by it?
I, of course, would be bothered by it. I would, but what he has to do is take it in a competitive way and not let it filter into his football game or his preparation for what he needs to do this season. Yes, I was always bothered. I mean, every draft, I don't believe any quarterback played for Jon Gruden longer than I did.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
How many years?
I was 6 years, 5.5.
Okay.
I'm the record holder, I believe, from that standpoint. So I got an inside look on him on a daily basis. I was there when we had 5 quarterbacks in the room. We were talking about adding Brett Favre. I was in other years where I've told you we had 6 or 7 quarterbacks in the room, and I go, I don't know how we're going to get reps in OTAs today. I don't even get that. How are we going to split this up? How are you going to evaluate us? But he's always looking for better. And with Derek Carr, it is. Part of being an NFL quarterback is having the tunnel vision to go, I'm not going to be affected by outside noise. I'm going to worry about what I have to worry about on the football field. And, hey, Jon Gruden, sure, he might be looking at quarterbacks, but the end of the day, he has to worry about himself, because I know what I got kind of entranced with a little bit in my second year. You start to worry about Gruden too much to where you're trying to prove him wrong or do something on a daily basis, but it's based around your anger or frustration with him for not recognizing your talent. And I noticed that when I had little moments like that, those are the days I didn't have good practices or anything like that.
Sure.
And to me, that's what Derek Carr has to do. He has to realize that, again, I have a psycho as a coach, okay, as far as when it comes to quarterbacks, and I can't worry about all of this. At the end of the day, he is going to be judged about what he does on the field this year. This is a big year for him, and I just have to try to block that noise out.
Here's what I think. I think most of what happens to a starting quarterback, the mental toughness and the thick skin and just being a pro, is a level most of us will never have.
Right.
And I think the majority of things that come up throughout his day, throughout his week, fall under that. But when you are the guy, you're still in your 20s,
sure,
you've been led to believe you're the guy, and the leadership is going out and spending time with other quarterbacks, I think you have a right to make a call or sit down with the coach in his office, shut the door and say, hey, I'm going to keep doing my thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep working the way I always work, but can you tell me what's going on? Has he earned the right to do that?
He has earned the right.
Should he do that?
He can text message, hey, can I talk to you? I would hope that Jon Gruden's already had these conversations with him.
Sure.
To tell him.
Do you think he has?
Probably not, because he's probably goes, you're the quarterback, and you just worry about quarterbacking the football team.
What would be the right thing for Derek to do? To do that, I'm just quarterbacking the team, I'm a pro, I'm going to deal with it? Or should he walk down to the office, shut the door, and say, Coach, can you tell me what's up here?
No, I think the best thing he can do is just be quiet, keep your nose down, and go play football and not worry about it. And I understand, like, he's not wrong if he went and go and said, like, what's going on? Can you talk to me here? You're not going to get a straight answer. So you're wasting your time there. I mean, I just don't think so. Jon Gruden, the Raiders, I don't think they know what they want to do yet. I honestly think they are doing their due diligence in case one of these quarterbacks is on the board at 4 and, oh, gosh, well, we've evaluated him and he didn't expect him to be here. Hey, if Kyler Murray's on the board at 4, I would worry if I'm Derek Carr.
He's not going to be.
Well, I wouldn't think he is. Yes, exactly right. So, but that would be the one player I'd worry about. Dwayne Haskins, I think they're just doing their due diligence as far as evaluating the quarterbacks as a whole. Gruden's already got to see Drew Lock at the Senior Bowl and spend time with him there. So he knows the player there. He knows Daniel Jones a little bit. I just think these two he wanted to do a little bit deeper dive into to see what they were all about.
I want to raise my hand on just doing the due diligence. Doing due diligence is taking that 15-minute meeting at the Combine, getting to know him, maybe going to his pro day. Loading up and taking your decision makers to campus to do extra work with them isn't due diligence to me. It's a level extra that shows real interest.
Well, no, I think you're right. It is a level extra. It's a deeper dive of due diligence. You're right. It's more than the topical meeting, right? But I think what they're doing too is they're taking all things into account, which is, gosh, what happens if Dwayne Haskins is on the board at, with one of our late first-round picks?
Think he will be?
No, I don't. I think somebody will make the move at least in the mid-teens or something like that, realistically. But I think they're playing for that what if and go, oh gosh, he's here at 27 and we have him as the 7th best player on the big board.
Why would it matter though if you loved your quarterback?
No, I don't know either. I don't know that. I think it would be more of a future thing with Jon Gruden as far as his investing time into looking at these players to go, okay, if I don't have Derek Carr 2 or 3 years from now, then and what if Dwayne Haskins becomes a free agent? All of that. But I don't know those answers. I really don't. And I think to Derek Carr, his best play is to continue forward, not worry about these things. One of the beauties about Jon Gruden, I would say, is this. The fact that he puts pressure on you all year long, I know when I played in football games, I felt no stress at all. Because I was so glad that we were out of the practice environment and he wasn't 7 feet behind me going, get out of the huddle, 10, 9, 8. And then I would say, set HUD. He'd be like, he's open, throw it to him. Like, shut up, you're not playing quarterback.
Just leave me alone.
It was great when I got in the field. I was like, oh, gosh, this little freaking Napoleon that I have behind me all the time at practice is no longer out here on the field. So, hey, I understand Derek Carr is going to be bothered by it as a competitor, but I think, his job is not to worry about those things and just be the best Derek Carr you can be, because if Jon Gruden starts to invade your brain too much on a regular basis, it's going to start showing on the field and your preparation and everything you need to do to actually impress Jon Gruden. I know he was impressed with me when these rumors were going on, and times that I basically showed like I was unaffected by it. I always had people show him, tell me that were close to him in the building that would go, hey, Coach got a lot of respect for you. You just want to play football. You just love football. And, yeah, even though I was really at home going, this guy going to draft another quarterback, crazy, man. I knew when I walked in the building.
It's not only the anger, it's the confidence that it affects, though, too, right?
It definitely can affect all of those things, because you go, man, what's wrong with me? What didn't I just threw 40 awesome passes yesterday in practice?
Right.
Who the fuck do you think you can bring in here that's going to do better than that? But that's just the way he is, and especially at the quarterback position, it's always a little bit of a circus with Jon.
You glad you invited me on today?
Oh, always. Yeah. Yes.
The final one about Derek Carr. Early May, are we talking about Derek Carr leading the team, or is there going to be a first-round quarterback in the building?
I think it's going to be Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr will be there. I think Jon Gruden still took this job because of Derek Carr. Like I made the point before, Greg Olsen was there. The offensive coordinator of the Raiders was there when they drafted Derek Carr. I know he thought very highly of Derek Carr and his play and what he could be on the football team. But Derek Carr, this is a big year for him. There's no doubt about that. If this is just a so-so year by the Raiders and this offense and he doesn't lead them to some victories, then I can promise you that this will be real next year and Jon Gruden will be looking for another quarterback. Hey, he's had 2 years of being injured and below average play ever since he signed this big contract. You're going to have to earn it here in year 3.
And they haven't had any kind of postseason
success
at all, which is the way, for better or worse.
Yeah, you're going to be judged.
Right.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.